Hello everybody, McFadden Renovations, Brett McFadden, installing floors. Now, we do floors different than the average floor cover does. For these big box stores, Home Depot, however you got, they'll just lay the floors and do quarter round. You see here at McFadden Renovations, we pull all your baseboard trim up, even if you're keeping it, and we put the baseboard on top of the floors, eliminating the easy way out of just doing quarter round, which can kind of look kind of ugly. So we're leaving the baseboard trim, and in the kitchen they had cove base, which we pretty much got rid of all of that, but it's pretty much like a rubber material. We got rid of the cove base, and we're doing the same baseboard trim that's in the living room, in the dining room, kitchen, and bathroom.
What kind of floors are you putting down?
These are LVP. These are Lifeproof, 100% wear protection, lifetime warranty, 12-layer wear layer, rigid core vinyl plank flooring. Antimicrobial, good for kids, good for dogs. They lock in easy. They honestly do lock in easy, and I'll show you guys here. It's a 10-year warranty on these floors. They say lifetime, but well, it's a lifetime warranty for residential, 10-year for commercial. But these floors are by far one of my favorite floors to install. They actually lock in like they say they do. But as you see here, I have a hammer. You can use a mallet, but here I'm just being gentle. I got a hammer. I know the floor guys are like, this guy got a rule. I'm going light, and I got a beater block. So that's what we're doing here. You see here, guys, like I said on the box, they click in easy. So you literally tilt it up at a 45-degree angle, butt that into your next piece, tilt up, go down. That's pretty much it. As you see, it's pretty seamless, but me, I like to give it a light little tap. Make sure it's locked in. Doesn't really need it. You're pretty good, and then beat that down. You'll hear that click. So that's pretty much a seamless application there. That's what you want. And then we stagger our seams. So you can do a brick pattern, which I don't like with floors. So when I install my floors, I make sure all my seams never line up. I try to avoid, when you look down the floors, none of these factory edges line up, making it look kind of uniform. These are like supposed to give you the impression of natural hardwood floors. So if you ever see natural hardwood floors, they never line up in the brick pattern or a straight line. So you ever see someone install floors like that, they're completely wrong. It just looks terrible, and no one wants to look in your house, everything looks uniform. So we like to stagger our seams. You have to, on the minimum on these floors, 8 inches minimum on these floors, which you'll see on the instructions right here. If you guys can zoom in, but it's an 8-inch minimum. Here it is. On here, if you can zoom in. But on here it says 8-inch minimum. I know I'm blocking it, but 8 inches minimum. You can do the stair steppers, the random pattern, which we normally do a random pattern, and then the brick pattern, which I can't stand this look. I can't stand this one or this one. It just looks terrible. So we do the random pattern. So everything looks like it's a natural hardwood floor. But yeah, so after we do the floors, we'll touch up the old baseboard trim with stain, polyurethane, and then reapply that same baseboard trim after all these floors are done. As you see here, they had carpet here. Dogs destroyed it. It was urine everywhere. So we use this product called Odor Band for the pets, because the pets pee so much on these floors, it actually penetrated through the carpet, through the underlayment, and on the actual subflooring. So after we removed all that, removed all the staples, all the tack strips, I mopped all the floors pretty much with Odor Band to make sure that there was no more pet smell. The urine was pretty much gone. And it also eliminates mold and mildew as well. So it's kind of a triple threat, if you can think about it that way.
One more example?
One more example? Okay. So we already have our pattern established from when we started our floors in the dining room and kitchen. our pattern is already established. So all we're doing is continuing that pattern all the way through the rest of the house. You can install your floors whatever way you want, but the industry standard is you go with the longest run of the house. So this house is 13 by 38 feet. So we go with the longest run, 38 feet. So when you look down this hallway, it draws your eyes and make the house look like it's longer. So that's the reason why we're running the floors this way, opposed to running them the opposite way. Another example here of locking these in. Took that out to 45, get it butted in. Snap, done. You see here we have a little gap here. That one didn't get there as good, so this is where the tapping block comes in. Tilt it up a little bit, tap. That's it. One thing you want to make sure when you're tapping this in, let me get close on the camera here. You never want to get this beading block on this lip or this lip. You don't want to chip that. So you want to make sure you lock that block in and it's in there like that. You want to hit this. This is the strongest part. This is kind of weak. So if you tap on this part, this tongue, you'll shear that off and this floor is no good. So you want to make sure you have it pretty much like that when you have it locked in. Now I'm going to show you guys how easy this is to cut. No measuring tape needed. You don't need a measuring tape. So, the way we have our floors oriented, our tongue is facing us. So if you want to cut it, you flip it. Flip the material, butt it into the wall. And these floors, you're going to have a 1/4 inch expansion gap from the wall. 1/4 inch off of every wall. So the wall can expand and contract. So I flip it, I look down my floors. I look at if there's any lines matching, and I try to avoid that. So I make my own line, my own mark, pick a spot, I'll say roughly about here. If I look down my floors, I don't see that anywhere else lining up. Matter of fact, I'll go here, because that makes me feel better. I'll go here. Make a little mark, use another piece of the flooring, square it up with my hands. You can use a speed square as well. Framing square, speed square, score it. One time, I just go more just to make sure it's clean break. Take on your knee, tap it, done. Take that piece from the other end. Lock this in. Again, 45 degrees. That's it. It's locked in. Then again, we pick up where we left off. Crack up another box. You use a knife here, but I don't like using a knife. I don't want to cut the floors. It makes the boxes easier to open. Just a little bit of glue. That's it. The box is open. As you guys see, the cold air return is off. The register is here. Whenever I do new floors, I take this off, put that back on whenever the floors are on. So now this sits on top of the new floors. I'm not cutting around that. I take everything off to where it makes the floor application a lot easier than fighting it. Again, tilt this out, 45-degree angle, lock it in. That's it. Let me get my hammer, my beater block. See here, this one's not down all the way. So give a light tap. Light tap to lock that in. Put this around. Locked in. Give this a tap. Make sure we're down that groove. That tongue. Big blow or a mallet is the best way to go. I can't find mine, so I'm using the rubber end of my hammer. It's soft. But that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning into the YouTube channel. I love you. See you later on the next video.